Empress Unchained. And this is not your mama's Bible study. I'm never here to tell you what it is, what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. And hold on one second, let me put my glasses. Okay, I guess it looks like we're not gonna be finding them. I just seen them. I don't know where the heck I seen them at, but it was somewhere strange. Oh, all the way upstairs. We ain't doing that. All right. So, whew. All right. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Exodus 22 and no 21 and 35 because I think this is where I left off at. The camera cut off. So, yeah. Okay. Full damages to the owner of the animal and dead animal shall belong to him. Okay, if the owner of the well shall pay full damages to the owner of the animal. Wait a minute. No. Hold on one second. Dang it. Dang, I can't even find my other phone. Yeah, that's gonna be frustrating. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Cuckold. Cuckold is dishonor. Hmm. Hmm. A man birds mating crime. Crazy American English. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Derived name from a man whose wife is false to him. Husband of an adulteress. Okay. Let's see. Now let's look at this too. Cuckoo, so-called female bird, alleged habit of changing mates, or her authentic habit of leaving eggs in another bird's nest. Well, damn. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. Okay, earlier with the whole Alice in Wonderland, a so-called. Okay, well that means that could be questionable. Female bird. Okay, alleged habit of changing mates. Um, well, maybe this is the nature of the bird. I don't know. Or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just like, shit don't go how it's supposed to and other stuff happens. It says, or her authentic habit of leaving eggs in another bird's nest. Hmm. Let me see. Why am I feeling like this is talk? Because, okay, my eyes just went to kidnapper and possession and slave. This made me think about like switch that birth energy here. You know? Mm, leaving eggs in another bird's basket. Let me see. But anyway, it goes like I said. When it comes to adulteress, an adulteress. Okay, let's see. Second element, to be connected to words, ardent. Okay, transfer to humans, a female equivalent. Okay, da, da. Okay, let's see what adulterers. Let's go back to adulterers real quick because adulterers also can mean somebody working with a foreign, another, whatever. Substitution for earlier agent femme, commit adultery, adulterer. Let's see, obsolete, adulterer, make impure. Okay, so let's see what an adulterer is. Okay, we got the. All right, so let's see exactly what an adulterer is. Okay, because people seem to think one thing and we may be talking about something else. So let's go back to this. So, adulterer in the 15th century. All right. Now, if the biblical text, you know what I'm saying, we have the Geneva Bible in 15 something, but prior to that, you know what I'm saying, was it the Vulgate? One of them, no, I think it was the Vulgate first, maybe. But anyways, I'm just saying when it comes to again going back to what is pre biblical, I'm pretty sure they weren't using terms like adulterer and stuff like that. It probably would have been traitor or something like this. But let's see what it is. Okay, it's the agent found from obsolete commit adultery. So this made me think about the twin flame journey and all of the energy that's going on around this. And how can something that people are claiming is a gift from God be labeled any of this? But I feel like this is what this is what this was supposed to do. Make women look some kind of way. Excuse me. Excuse me. When again, I feel like again in 2022, some of this shit was set up by governing forces and stuff like that. But like, I mean, it's really like a waste of time to even look at it in that light, because like I don't know, when you know somebody's agenda or something, that stuff just collapses in front of your face. And when you know the real meaning. So let's just see what this is talking about. Okay, so the adulterer, the noun, early 15th century, agent, noun, obsolete verb, to commit adultery, to adulterate, to make impure, to pollute. So again, this is, okay, so right here, we could just wrap this shit up right here. Any of these feminines, okay, so again, when it says honor the mother and father, now is that talking about your birth mother and father? Is this talking about your governors? In the law, the governors and people in those specific positions? Are we talking about, you know what I'm saying, farmers, you know what I'm saying, or masters, or, people that might have conservatorship over someone, or, you know what I'm saying, like if these mothers and fathers are corrupt or doing corrupt things to the children without their knowing, then again, how can that even relate? How can you even really, I don't know, I feel like how can you even apply that? Because I feel like a lot of things that are going on right now are hidden under the table. I think a lot of this stuff is being done under the table. A lot of American Aborigines or so-called Black people or American Indians, right, don't even really know all this stuff. There's only a small group that know this stuff, and most of those people are using it to corrupt others or to pull people into some kind of narrative here when it comes to laws or lies. Okay, because again, I don't know, it's just me, but I just feel like, how can anybody own anything or take something from somebody that is not original when the original people here were not buying land? They were not trading it. You weren't supposed to be buying it. Now I see we live in a time and where we buy houses or whatever and we live in them and you pay for that lot or that whatever. Okay, cool. But I'm saying this whole thing with all this land grabbing, all this smashing and grabbing, killing people to take land and all this other shit. It's just the same thing that the people did, no matter what color they were, where no matter where they came from. People think that they have the authority to go in and take somebody else's property in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? I think people better be very motherfucking careful. You know what I'm saying? I think people should be very fucking careful. But it's funny because there's going to be like militias or whatever that have been built by these people to think that their laws or anything is going to overthrow what God is saying. And like I said, in my eyes, you know what I'm saying, those documents were used to take land from Indians. So how somebody calling themselves Indians and then going to try to use that to take land from other Indians? That shit makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever to me. Um, so again, when you know the nature of it, then it doesn't, it doesn't phase me the same way. Okay. So again, it says to corrupt. Okay. Early Middle English was, oh, I can't, arbiter. Okay. It says late 14th century, person, usually a man. Okay. So this is saying an adulterer is a person that's usually a man. But then again, that could be talking about man. Okay. In a sense. Okay. Because then, okay, it would make sense because man would be like, it's like the legit energies. Okay. Animals are the people that, the beings that work on the farm. There's like everyday commoner, peasants, and servants energy. So man would be, again, a step above that. Could possibly even be that mixed in with those different terms there. Yeah. Because I feel like when we're talking commoners, peasants, and servants, it's talking about animals and people. You know what I'm saying? But when you're talking about, the Dalit people or the people in the underworld or the lower caste, I think it's more so talking about beasts of the field or animals in a sense. Okay. When we're talking about like the underworld or the Sheol or, people that are dead in the eyes of law to a certain extent. But those are the original people of the land. So how could anything that the commoners, peasants, and servants and people over them do with their laws or their lies to remove them from their place? It makes no sense to me. All right. And it's saying this is usually a man guilty of adultery. So I feel like this, I mean, we could look at it as a masculine energy, but we can also look at it as a group of people, okay, that over the centuries have come into lands and done the same thing over and over again. And so-called black people blame it on white people and, things like this when it's you know what I'm saying? I just, it's just like I said, that's just how I look at it, okay? And it says because I feel like there's this energy or whatever in the community of readers that's talking about location and moving off and losing homes and stuff like that, so it just had me thinking about that. And now since this word is here, I guess it's going to show us, source is going to show us something. All right, so we got the Hermit card. Hold on, I'm just pulling while I'm reading. Okay. Adulterer, a seducer. Okay. Yeah. All right. So again, I don't know. Maybe this is also that energy of like feeling like, somebody gifting someone something. I don't know. Could that be something that, hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull this. Oh, I didn't want to do it. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness, I can't stamp. I don't like mouse pads. Okay. So let's look. Adulteress. Okay. Committing adultery. Okay, let's look at adultery. Okay. Just adultery. First, I'm going to look at seducer. Okay. A female seducer, seductress. Oh my goodness, why did I just do that? Adulting. Adulteress. Adultery. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Adultery. Voluntary violation of a marriage bed. Okay. All right. Voluntary violation of a marriage bed. So, this makes me think again of like people, putting, listening devices or whatever, probably, in people's rooms or something like that. Like I said, with the cold Britney Spears sister putting it under her bed or whatever. Let's see. Condition of adultery. Okay, to commit adultery or corrupt. So this really doesn't have, like I said, what it started off being, it really didn't have anything to do with an act of sex, like people coming together and, doing it. Okay. What we used to call it, doing the nasty. Is really, about corrupting something or something corrupt happening. If you ask me, land, excuse me. Okay, land patents could be looked at as being corrupt. The land was stolen from the original people or taken in a land grab situation and given to foreign energies. Okay. Like gifts for fighting these wars or doing these things to take the land from those people in the first place. Okay, so that's corrupt already. I mean, that's why I said. I mean, that's just corrupt already. And I feel like people are making a living out of this, whatever this is. Again, to each his own. To each his own. To a motherfucker come around here. Mhm. And I feel like has to do with the crime rate being raised right now. Because people have allowed these people again through, and I think for the past 2 years, to go around here and be greedy and do whatever the fuck this is. And that's just it. So we talk about Middle English. So that's not Old English. This is Middle English, which is later. Okay, now it says sex between a husband and a wife for recreational purposes, idolatry. Okay, perversion, heresy, a crime, formerly classified as single adultery with an unmarried person. Okay, let's see, a breach of law. Okay, so yeah, it's a breach of law. So I don't know. I guess killing, if you're trying to take somebody's land or try to kill them to take their land or something, that would be looked at as unlawful. I don't know. I feel like I'm just looking at this in different. Let's see. A commandment is used understood to mean lewdness or unchastity. Okay, so again, unchastity is also making me think about somebody doing something recklessly, like smash and grab energy. So are we talking about the energy in the act? Or are we talking about actual, somebody like saving themselves, or practicing chastity or something like that? Okay, any kind of act or thought, because it's making me think about plotting and planning and scheming, what people would be doing, okay, to go in and invade places and take. Okay, and now these married people, this could also, people could be joined together by kin, family, by the same nationality or group, where people could be going in and trying to do this to people that are the same as them. Let's see, I want to look at alter. Yeah, alter. So again, even if you look at alter, that's like altering something. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, that's just what it kind of like is. Like, it's been altered because the land didn't really belong to nobody in the beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh, married. That's what I want to look up. Okay. A married person. Okay. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick. And then we're going to move on. Okay, formerly wedded, united in wedlock. So this is making me think about also wedlock. I think has something to do having a spouse. Okay, wedlock also has something to do with if you are joined with the governing forces, I believe, something like this. So let's see. I'm just trying to get a quick something before we move on with this. A pledge giving, a marriage vow, action or proceeding. Okay, so it's okay, wedlock, action or proceeding, a practice. Yeah, this made me think about, like locking something down, like, because they're talking about in this chapter about oxen and pregnant women, and so it's kind of like how to trap people into some kind of web of ownership. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost servitude or slavery again. I actions or proceeding, practice. Yeah, making a practice out of this, because people are going around the country making a practice of this. What does it say? Warfare. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like invasion almost. Let's see. But it's just that married energy, like I said, it's making me think that. Let's look up wed. It says to pledge oneself, a covenant to do something. Okay, unite. Okay, in a marriage, conduct the marriage ceremony. This is giving me also like succubus energy and astro projecting and all this other shit that people do in order to tie or bind themselves to people. To promise, okay? Because it says see wed, okay? To pledge, to redeem a pledge. So yeah, this is making me think about that whole thing about samyazanam, making that pledge and then somebody feeling like they were going to be the only one to go down for it. Bail security, okay? closer, a bet, a wager, all right? Originally make a woman one's wife by giving a pledge or earnest money. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe this is talking about like a kept woman in a sense. Then used of either party a buck. Okay, so yeah, buck dancing, buck. Okay, so we think slavery when we think of bucks passively, two people to be joined as husband and wife. Okay, betrothal. Hmm. Bridal run. Conduct the bride to her new home. Okay, so a wedding can mean conduct a bride to a new home. I don't know. Okay. So again, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like these terms, maybe I'll spend a little bit more time with them, but I know that when it's talking about this is also talking about joining a union with a nation or a government or something of that nature, and along the lines of, yes, what I'm saying, being married to somebody or whatever too. Okay. But more so it's talking about like this vow or an action or proceedings, a practice of doing something, warfare. You know what I'm saying? It's not really saying like this is what the meaning is here, the noun. Okay. It's not really even talking about a male and a female in the meaning. It's not until you go down, you know what I'm saying, when you go deeper into the word where you're going to get something about a man and a woman together. It's talking about an act of something here. Okay. Lock meaning means fastening. Okay. So again, somebody fastening or taking. Um, Fastening a door, a lid, barrier, enclosure, bargain, agreement, settlement, conclusion. To close. Okay. Fasten, boom, 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 open hole. Okay. A trap door, shutter. Okay. Let's see. So this is why, okay, being in this instance and being what I feel highly honored in the spirit realm, excuse me, not so much, I guess, when it comes to laws or whatever, because I feel like whatever this is going on is going to come. It's look, the death card, that this shit is about to come to an end here. And I feel like these people are not going to be able to continue doing with, especially not to other people that are like them. Okay. And I say, where in the commandments is that to have to show somebody some fucking papers on your own land? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Especially a motherfucker that tells somebody that they don't got to show their papers, but you trying to tell me papers. And so, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that is an act of aggression, and that's an act of something that somebody could get fucking arrested for or motherfucking killed. Okay, we got judgment here that just popped out. Okay. And so, like I said, I feel like this is why these people have groups or something or militias that they formed in order to do this. But it's actually just murder. It's just taking something from a neighbor or something like that, which the whole land patent is. It's stealing from neighbors. It's stealing land. It's stealing, a place where somebody probably, built a home. I mean, it just is. Stock and barrel under lock and key. Okay. So that's it. We don't need to look at no more. I feel like it's, again, if laws mean lies, I feel like these are the things right here that could be nipped in the bud. Because, I don't know. I just feel like it's just not lawful. It's not righteous. It's not just in my eyes. All right. So again, it says if a man's ox injures another, all right, and it dies, then the two owners shall sell the live oxen or ox and divide the price between them. Okay. So this ox could be representing a person. Okay. I guess it depends on what an injury would be. Okay. I wonder if an injury would be people recording people secretly in their homes and then using it to slander them or to spy on them. I mean, I wonder if that could be causing injury. I think it could cause injury to some people. I would think that in order for plans to, demise. That's more of what I feel like this is talking about when we're talking about the whole meaning of adultery. To alter something, to change something, to come in and say, this is mine. See what this says here. It's corrupt. It just is. It doesn't matter what anybody says to me. Like I said, I did a whole video on land patents if you want to go back and watch it. Although I did, get a lot of backlash for it as a crime formally classified as single adultery. I feel like this is what this is talking about. I don't believe that this was talking about because people in the Bible, again, if you want to go back and try to say that, people in the Bible had many wives. So again, what would that be? There's times when it came to the short story of Sheba, where other people demanded some woman to come to them or something like this. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, sometimes it might be by freedom of choice. But that's why I like to break down these things here, because I feel like, again, what I'm reading here is more about a corrupt behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like amongst governments and stuff like that. Oh, my stomach. It says the Old English word. Now, that's when the Bible was written. Let's see what it says there. Okay. It says the Old English words was Oppress, a breach of law, full, in parentheses, marriage, lawful. So again, maybe this could be something with the law, a breach of a law when it comes to marriage. But then again, law means lies. So this could be somebody altering something, or this could be, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I feel. Lewdness, unchastity. And I feel like these people are doing this, they're just going and doing some reckless shit around here. Any kind of act or thought. Yeah, plotting and planning, scheming, whatever. Okay? And I feel like this is what this whole thing right here that we reading in Exodus is about. And Exodus is going to be when they were exiting, or, when they were leading people out of the land. Fortunately, you may be able to do this to some people, but to do it to the people that actually are indigenous or autochthonous or Indians or Americans in general, it just seemed like that's your neighbor. If it just said, don't do this to your neighbor, don't take from your neighbor. If you got enough or you got with your goods, then what the hell you taking something from somebody else from? But I feel like people have made a profession out of this, out of greed. And that's the downfall. Okay? Also, people plotting and planning to take people's spouses or whatever. Now, I see if it's like a natural connection or whatever. People grown as hell, they can do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like it comes to a point too, though, when you're trying to physically move somebody or use laws and stuff to alter something so that you can take somebody's wife, instead of just coming and say, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of it in that way. All right. Yeah. So if a man's oxen injures another and it dies. So this makes me think about, again, somebody secretly recording people, or, doing something to defile somebody, or to, go into their livelihood and expose them or something like that. And I feel like this is so sick and it's so sad when it's out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Of course, government may have whatever they have where they can go ahead and do this. But when it comes to just any everyday people, that's when that shit becomes dangerous. And that's just all. That's when people get crazy. You realize that some people are psychos, actually, especially when it comes to some of these feminine energies. Okay, and it dies, then the two owners shall sell the oxen and divide the price between them. So this might be, again, why some people feel like they're being pushed to the edge right now as well. Okay, we got the Sun card. Okay. But if the ox was known from the past experience to gore, okay, this is also giving me Inanna energy, okay? And Inanna being stronger or more powerful than her father. So she got more rank than her father, or, you know what I'm saying? All right. So it says experience to gore, and its owner has not kept it under control. Okay. So this may be the whole control issues here. Okay. This may be the energy of, like, what I feel around the energy of the masculine here, like taking and hiding items and stuff like that, and trying to, threaten, like, phones being cut off, like, over what? You know what I'm saying? Because nobody don't want to hear what I got to say. Well, they don't have to listen. Same thing with all the people that from family members and stuff like that, that they say they listening to my channel and questioning my sanity. Well, I ain't seen nobody leave no damn comments. I ain't seen nobody like nothing. I ain't seen you share nothing. What you really here for? And I feel like there's a lot of people that have got dragged into this bullshit, and they just watching you because, they've been making some kind of money off of you, probably, when it comes to the cash cow or the one that they cut off from building. A lot of us are the ones that should have been the leaders that have been cut off, so we don't know what the hell people doing behind our back. You don't know what's going on. You really don't. And it doesn't make you less holy or anything like that. You're probably the most holy motherfucker in the family. That's why they really chose to leave you out of this, whatever this shit that's going on, you know what I'm saying, in the background. Yeah. So again, this is somebody trying to feel like they can control me. And I'm just thinking, like, where the fuck is that at? Like, they can try to do these things, but then they can also be sued then. All right, to gore. Again, with the Taurus energy, or that's energy right now with the Hierophant energy, that is what we, again, with some of us, that's what we're here to do. But it's not to other people. It's to unrighteous things, messed up things, things that people are doing that are not righteous. And its owners has not kept it under control. This is talking about subduing and, you know, subduing somebody. I'm not a fucking beast unless you make me one. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, then there will not be a division. This is why these people got to sneak and do shit and make deadlines and court dates behind your back. And you know what I'm saying? You don't even get to show up and tell your part. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's all corrupt. And it's all the way, like I said, from police, lawyers, governments, governors, all the way up to, we might as well say, to the administration. It just is what it is. Then there will not be a division of the income. But the owner of the living ox, so this is again somebody blowing breath into something, the Lord God, and making them living creatures. Again, that's the same thing. Blowing the breath in something and making them a living but they don't outweigh the original people. They need this puffed up energy here. They need to be blown into like a fucking hot air balloon floating around here doing all this shit, manifest destiny, when again we manifest in other things in a righteous way. With inner alchemy. But they got to use science. They got to use all this other stuff, all this data from here and there in order to come and try to do these things to people. But the owner of the living ox shall pay the full for the dead ox, and the dead one shall be his. So this is also making me think about, you know, possibly when we talk about twin flame energy, this may be people linking you up, you know, come and using whatever they could from you to obtain whatever, maybe even your land, your wills, your trust, your all this other shit, and then linking you up with some kind of energy of some motherfucker, some low vibrational, or some motherfucker that just couldn't even be on your level, you know what I'm saying, and linking you up with that kind of person. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, taking you as, taking you in. I feel like this is what is happening with some divine feminines that are, you know, maybe queen or empress energy here. Yeah. He shall give redemption of his life, whatever he paid upon him. Okay, now let's go into 22. Okay, so we're in Exodus 22. So it says, if a man steals an ox or a sheep and then kills or sells it. Okay, so this is tripping me out right here too, though. This is tripping me out too. Because the oxen, I mean, if we look at the high priestess, she has horns on her head. Okay. So again, this is like sex slave, you know, something like this, servitude or whatever, somebody trying to put someone into, whether it's knowing or unknowingly here. He shall pay a fine of 5 to 1. 5 oxen shall be returned for each stolen oxen. So this is spiritual also warfare too. For sheep, which is making me think about the judgment card with the sheep roaming around. Returned for each sheep stolen. 4 sheep, okay, return for each sheep stolen. So 12. If it's 3, it's 12. 15 if it's 4. This is all slavery. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. This is all laws about property. Lies about property. Guess what the property is? The property is people too. Okay, let's go ahead and look it up real quick so we can just be sure. But it don't matter what it say. I know what it means. Nature. We could just stop right there. Nature. Milk and honey. Nature's candy. Quality. Distinctive characteristics always present an individual or class. Period. I just told you. An individual or a class. I just told you this is exactly what we're talking about. Later, a possession. Later, a possession. These your own people going through here with these documents, these laws and these lies, in order to obtain land and other resources and people to put underneath their belt. Land or goods, look what it say, land or goods owned, things subject to ownership. Well, first of all, I'm not a thing, okay? And don't nobody own me but me. And I think that that's the same thing for everybody. So again, unless people are trying to start slave plantations again, then I don't see how this even would matter in 2021. Because I told you, this is of Moab, and when they say black people sold black people in this is what the fuck is going on right here. Do you see what I'm saying? People in the court systems, Black Caucus energy. Maybe that's why they was coming up today. It's about enslaving people again. If they couldn't get you to go into it by breaking a crime or doing something else, they're basically secretly putting people into conservatorships and contracts, okay? Documents would have been doctored up possibly for some of you in order to put us on some type of plantation mentality here instead of building nations. Instead of just buying the land like everybody else does and then building on it. This is the same thing their fathers did. Do you see what I'm saying? Our fathers. Shit, my family got land patents too, okay? But I'm just saying, we have to just look at it for what it is. It's the same thing that happened back then. It's just happening again here. So that's why I say, when it comes to white supremacy and white man did this, shut the fuck up. We see what it is right here. Because I'm thinking this is more of an indigenous movement. I got Vaseline under my nails. That's not nothing else but Vaseline. This is more of an indigenous movement right now. I'm pretty sure other people are catching on to it. But, I mean, let's really talk about who was talking about it first. So-called, and we're going to say so-called. Because I told you these are the people that operate like they daddies. Even if you had a foreign ancestor, or you were a foreigner, or again was not originally from the Americas, what I'm saying is these people was operating under who sent them. Satan, seeking to see who and what she or they can devour. Yeah, and then hey, if you, it just don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody need a kid. I mean, next this should be, well, it already is. Somebody need a kidney or something. You know what I'm saying? You just happen to have that one, that same blood type or something like that, and you just go into the grocery store, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, really, we got to look at this in a different way here, because this is what it's talking about. Somebody that specializes in these things when it comes to genealogy. Oh, look at this much land that these people have. Either they know that people are ignorant of it and they'll take it, or, you know what I'm saying, if they wanted that fucking bad, then they'll take you out and get it. Land or goods owned. And a lot of people don't even plan on doing nothing with this land but selling it back to somebody else that's foreign. I mean, it's just what it is. Like, come on and tell me if it's not. Things subject to ownership, okay? Because they think that, again, since you still labeled as black, that's what they can do. All right? Let's see. But this sense is rare before 17th century, so the 1600s. Yeah, because like I said, this is when certain people came in. The Anglo-French, okay, so French, you know, some of the oldest so-called allies. Let's see. Individuality, peculiarity, property. So yeah, some of us that are gifted, you know what I'm saying? They want to definitely have some of you underneath their wing. We just got to be sure it's not the wing, it's the wing of some other kind of bird, not a vulture or something like that. Also, which seeks to see what they can devour. Ownership, a property, property, quality, literally special character, one's own, special. So yeah, this is, so you gotta watch out, because this is talking about different tribes. So these will be your family members and shit that want to do this to you. And the reason why they want to own you or son you is because you're more than likely the real sole proprietor that has been chosen by God to do whatever it is, to be the leader. You know, it's making me think about Moana being the daughter of the village chief. Okay. One's own special. Possession, private property. And I think that's what's happening. People are trying to, privately take us in as private property, especially those who are gifted. Sensation is success. Okay. So let's finish reading. I mean, I've seen what I need to see already. You can do, like I said, I advise anybody, don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't think like I think, just think. And yeah, we got the seven of wands here. All right. We got high priestess. So yeah, I think that this is talking about, like I said, these people. But the thing is, the reason why some of these people are rushing in to do some of this stuff, though, is because, again, the moon is under their feet. On the coat of arms, the moon is under the feet. So the Moorish energy, Taliban, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, what do you call it? The Moorish and Islamic energy, the moon is still under the foot. The Torah is up here. And these are the women, more than likely, you know what I'm saying, that all the seeds come from. The ones that seed the land with seeds, like being fruitful. Okay? But then CEDES is talking about, consuming or taking the land. It's just so unfortunate that people are not knowing that this is going to include people as well. So for the dead ox, this is talking about people that is labeled as black, possibly. I think it's whack, but this is probably talking about people that's labeled as black, which these terms were made up and put in that essence for people to be able to control these people and take from them. And the same people that cried about white people doing it is the same people doing it to you. Okay, right now. And they look just like you. Unfortunately, some of them are you. They're your own family and friends. I mean, your own family. Partnering together with other people to come against you. All right, because they know that you are the one, the leader. So yeah, this 11 here is making me think about the 11th and then 22. All right, so if a man steals an oxen or a sheep and then kills or sells it. Yeah, because this could also be talking about killing somebody off. Because like I said, the paperwork ain't gonna really matter in the end. It's like if they want your shit, they're gonna do it anyways. Once they are able to keep on going around doing this shit, it ain't gonna matter. I tell you that right now. It's not gonna matter at the end of the day. So this could be killing somebody off. Again, maybe that's why that King of Swords energy was in reverse. So this could be either killing somebody off physically, again, cutting them off a connection and leaving them like an island or isolated. And then it's also could be talking about like killing somebody for real, okay? Or sells it, but they're still calling it a it. And, people are people. But I know that when we're talking about these oxen and sheep, they're talking about just regular everyday sheep that goes with the herd mentality. And then the oxen are those high priestess energies here. And they call them high priestess for a reason, because they're high honored. So again, they'll try to find ways to kill you or even have you sacrifice yourself with their new laws that they hide behind the scenes. And then once you do something that's on their fake law list, then they can try to, execute or persecute or, something of that manner. Again, social credit system is what I'm seeing here as well. He shall pay a fine and a 5 to 1. 5 oxen, okay, whatever, shall be returned for each stolen oxen. For sheep, the fine shall be 4 to 1. 4 sheep returned for each sheep stolen. Unfortunately, these sheep is representing probably people here. We're gonna go ahead and just look real quick, just to make some people happy. We know that sheep is used in the biblical text to talk about people. A ruminant mammal. I don't know what the hell that means. Let's see. Of Gothic. Cognate outside German. An animal represented by an ewe. Okay. Let's see. Stupid or timid. And the thing is, most of these people are stupid and timid, and that's why they run in groups to attack or even approach regular everyday people that are standing in their full power and potential. So let's not even get it twisted. Most of these people won't just approach you on their own and just come talk to you. They'll do a sneak attack, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll come up in the middle of the night, or, they do shit like this. under the guidance, the meaning stupid, timid, okay. A wolf in sheep's clothing, separating the sheep from the goats, a bid induce sleep and recorded from, okay. Okay, so yeah, it's going into sheep, a black sheep, sheepdog, a member of some group guilty of offensive conduct, and unlike the other members. See, and this is what I'm saying. A lot of you, oh shit, I didn't even think that was gonna be in here. 1822. Oh, what is it? 2022? Let's see. Oh my goodness. And see, that's what I'm saying. Just like you get a whole bunch of stupid people together doing stupid shit and it just be stupid as fuck. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Of some group quality of offensive conduct, and unlike the other members, supposedly because a real black sheep had wool that could not be dyed. So this is you not being able to be, it's saying dyed like bleached or, dyed like that, but couldn't be killed possibly. Okay, this could be people that couldn't be because you're a royal heirs. Okay, so you couldn't be killed. All right, and thus was worthless because yeah, they don't need you. They don't need the real leaders to lead. It's mostly crooks and criminals and people that want to get over on people that are doing this in this sense. But one black sheep in the flock was considered good luck because you are the luck, because you are the tower, you are the money, you are the cash cow, you are the one with the gifts, you are the one that has been ordained by God. But these people don't like God, they worship Satan. You know what I'm saying? And so again, that's how they're going to treat God's people. And so it's not really God that does this, it's the sense of these, I was going to say lackluster individuals or these groups that in numbers, but I feel like even when we think about that, if you have people in numbers, that doesn't always make them powerful. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more concentrated energy. It's like that light beam or something that shoots from you that these people can't fucking stand. Shepherds. Yeah, so these are the people, like I said, the ones that know the bloodlines, they know the last names, they know these things, they know genealogy. These are the ones, like I said, not all of them, but I'm saying some of these people are just corrupt groups. And I feel like this is what it's talking about here. They're herding up sheep, and then some of them get killed because they want whatever was yours. And that's just it at the end of the day when it comes to inheritance or whatever it would be. All right? Yeah. So yeah, and this is talking about again, if the thief is caught in the act of breaking into a house and is killed, the one who killed him is not guilty. Yeah. And unfortunately, like I said, I feel like people have been in my house, and I'm just saying, I'm paying attention now. But it says if it happens, in daylight, it must be presumed to be murder, and the man who kills him is guilty. In daylight. I'm hearing it can't always be night. If it happens in daylight. This is making me think about something else though. Maybe like a time of enlightenment, or you know what I'm saying? Like this time that people have been able to smash and grab. Is what this is making me think of. Be presumed to be murdered, and the man who kills him guilty. Yeah, this is making me think about, again, maybe while there's some type of enlightenment of this kind of behavior, possibly. This might be talking about like a season or a time or something like this. If a thief is captured, he must make full restitution. If he can't, then he must be sold as a slave for his debts. If a thief is captured. So this is why people are spying on people in this time. Okay? This is why people, a lot of jealous, envious, also feminine energies, masculine energies, whatever, that are more, you know what I'm saying, well versed in this kind of energy here. Almost like looking out and being intuitive and being able to see who's coming for you. You see what I'm saying? So I can point them out, and I don't miss when it comes to it. I can see, read energy and see again some of these tarot readers, which ones actually are tarot readers and which ones have screens in their homes that they're watching you on like psychos all day. All the time they want to take your place. If a thief is captured, he must make full restoration. If he can't, then he must be sold as a slave for debt. So again, this makes me think like they think they slick right now, where you can't find out, or you can't get to somebody, or you can't, you know what I'm saying, to see who the fuck they are. Like I ran into this one girl channel today, and I'm like, this girl is a stalker. This girl is a stalker right here. There's no way. Ain't nobody in this world that fucking psychic. She's a stalker. Like insane in the fucking membrane, actually. And that's scary, because I know that if that's going, like, to me, I'm not really bothered. But I'm saying this is for other people around here that may not know about this kind of energy or these workings going on. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. To me, it's just sickening. I wouldn't want to sit there and watch somebody in their home privately, you know what I'm saying, unless I had some other kind of, you know, agenda. You know, like I said, I feel like we got some people or the governing forces at one point in time that was using this responsibly. Okay. It's still bogus, but they were using it responsibly. And now we got some damn fools that got their hands on it. And that's all I'm saying. All right. I feel like that people are watching people, you know, to harm them. And if people are doing that, then, you know, like I said, I don't agree with it. Sometimes people surveil people to protect them. So it just depends on what's going on and who's doing it. But again, if we think about even Solomon and then his friend watching his girl in the bath and then, you know, wanting her after that, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy that I'm talking about. If he is caught in the act of stealing a live oxen or donkey or sheep or whatever it is, he shall pay double value as his fine. But I don't know why somebody would want to steal a dead animal that been sitting there rotting. You know what I'm saying? So again, this lets me know more that we're talking about high priestesses. So I'm just saying, be careful when it comes to this journey here. All right. It could also be killing your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Subduing and replenishing you. Okay. Also, this could be talking about telepathic communication, astral projecting, all of these things. When it comes to somebody else's mate or twin or whatever this would be. Is somebody intruding or somebody, you know, looking in on, you know, maybe they homies, twin flame. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is what energy this is here. And whispering in their ear. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. If somebody deliberately lets his animal loose and it gets into another man's vineyard. Again, this is what I'm talking about when it's talking about this whole energy of telepathic or telekinesis or whatever this is. Or if he turns it into another man's field to graze. Okay. This would be also like readings and shit like that. People going to other people or whatever in another collective to get readings. He must pay all the damages given to the owner in the fields of vineyards an equal amount of the best of his own crop. Okay, so yeah, this may be this. I mean, like, again, because we already know that this energy, you know, some people have been very rambunctious. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is, you know, again, some type of karma or something for these particular people. Again, you think about a beehive, the queen bee, and then all the worker bees. But if you go to somebody else's hive or somebody else's pyramid or somebody else's mound or somebody else's town or, you know what I'm saying, like that, and start plucking or whatever. Like I said, all this is talking about taking in either under like wives or some type of servitude or something here on your team, in your tribe, whatever it would be. All right, taking a woman from one tribe and taking her to another, whatever. If the field is being burned off and the fire gets out of control and goes into another's field, so that the shocks of the grain. So this may be, again, them talking about people that speaking the truth or speaking something like what I'm speaking right here. All right. If a field is being burned off and the fire gets out of control and goes to another, this makes me think about the Crimea and the Ukraine energy here. People screaming out the truth. So they can't really touch you or whatever because you're actually God's people, right? In a sense, some of us, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, are just a different breed. Okay. So again, if they can't touch you and nobody but God can move you, the mountains is what I'm talking about. Then, you know, they can go around. Ain't that what they're talking about in the media right now? But what I'm speaking here, they're saying if this fuels and because again, this is freeing. This is about freedom. Almost some of these motherfuckers will probably want to pay you to get the hell up out of here so you can stop talking or kill you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't talk this stuff here. And the shocks of grain or the standing grain are destroyed. This could also be somebody coming in to consume or retaliate or to take, or just somebody doing this to somebody, like targeting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to find out what land she owned because I want to get this bitch. You know, I feel like this is the energy with a lot of these people, masculine, feminine, whatever, take it how you want to, couples, whatever it would be. So again, that's right there already going against with their own laws or whatever these rules is that they're trying to set up. When it's talking about wedlock. If someone gives money or goods to anyone to keep for him, and it is stolen, the thief shall pay double if he is found. But if no thief is found, then the man whom the valuables were entrusted shall be brought before God to determine whether or not. So maybe this is why some of these masculines don't want to face me. I don't know. Okay, we got right when I said that, we pulled the star card. To determine whether or not he himself has stolen his neighbor's property. So again, that's even people coming in and encroaching or invading in this area. I mean, that goes for, even if we're talking about, this is why they're talking about it alternatively, like the Middle East, when we're really talking about the Midwest, Crimea, Ukraine, when it's really talking about the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? This is why they're talking about it. That's the alter or alternative view or whatever we're talking about. So that they will be able to get away with doing this shit here. Because if stolen land, somebody is giving somebody a patent or all this other shit, then I mean it's just doing the same thing. Now, if somebody bought the land, I would say that's different. But if no thief is found, then the man to whom the valuables were entrusted shall be brought before God to determine whether or not he himself has stolen his neighbor's property. So I'm wondering if this even have to do with people that has bought their property, but now, you know, they may be faced with some kind of other document or something to get them off of their property. And I just feel like that's, I don't know, I don't feel like that should be the case. It's just my opinion, though. In every case in which, look, didn't we just say, okay. In every case in which an oxen, donkey, sheep, clothing, the clothing is talking about cloaking, the clothing is talking about people that have altered their identity in order to, or put on other people's identity or grafted themselves into family lines as strange fruit or hanging fruit, okay, spliced fruit or whatever it would be, all right, or anything else is lost, and the owner believes he has found it in the possession of someone else who denies it. Both parties to the dispute shall come before God for a decision, and the one whom God declares guilty shall pay double to the other. Okay, so this is kind of, yeah. Okay, so I feel like this is why they've been doing it really sneakily here. Ox, donkey, or sheep in clothing, or anything else is lost. So this make me think about, maybe, like I said, I see somebody taking a whole bunch of houses from somebody, like trying to confiscate them in a way. And they're going before God, but then you wonder who is this that's playing God? Who is this that's playing God? Because who really is going before God for a decision? Who is going directly to God and saying, "Hey, we got this problem over here"? Then who the hell is God? I keep asking, who's God? Who's telling you about the son or the descendant that's coming, again, from the east to the west, north to the south, in my eyes? I feel like all this work and this toil that these people have been doing is about to be torn down once once the true energy steps into play. And I feel like this is why, again, instead of helping with, learning how to nation build, when I feel like this was some kind of government program or something at first when this energy came in. That's just what I thought. And I feel like instead of doing that, they were plotting and planning on how they can just get rid of somebody. And that's what I'm saying. It's a war against God. It's just, that's what it is. And I feel like any way it goes, if there's any of this energy of these other feminines or masculines that want to come against me, think they're gonna be coming up in here with this shit, then it's gonna be a problem. It's almost like that every knee shall bow. They know not what they do. The Ace of Wands. I feel like some of these feminines are also using this to force masculines into situations here. Because I feel like the mountainous feminine energies are the ones that have been, doing this kind of energy or gathering or whatever, and teaching the masculines how to be the foot soldiers in order to take it lethally if they have to. Militias, Taliban energy, whatever. But if somebody bought something, I don't see how they stole it. And if somebody, if it's not vacant, then how can you buy it? You see? Also, this could be also people signing over documents and changing names on land, possibly. This could also be Robin Hood energy here. Somebody, some people doing it to rob from the rich to give to the poor. If people are going to be doing this anyways. But I feel like it's this God energy that's going to come in and shut all this shit down. I feel like this is it. Some people may be writing off or changing documents or paying people in courthouses to change things so that they can, push people off of their own land. Because they're envious and they want your land or they want your house or they want this, that. I think this is what they're doing. In every case in which an ox, donkey, sheep, clothing, or anything else is lost, the owner believes he has found it in the possession of someone else who denies it, both parties to dispute. So again, this is almost why I keep hearing this energy about go get it. And I'm just trying to see specifically what, but I think maybe I know one. That I feel like, again, this is something that may have been left to somebody or something, and somebody else is in it or bought it or living in it or whatever it would be. But it's very dangerous to just go walking up to people's fucking house right now in this day and age. That's why I feel like whatever, there's some document somewhere that somebody left or something that I don't have when it comes to my situation. I feel they decided to take it or use it for themselves or not give it or something. If a man asks his neighbor to keep a donkey, look, ox, sheep, or any other animal for him, it dies or is hurt. This could be, again, a spiritual death. This is also being cut off from being a nation. Or again, it could be somebody that's, dies. Or is cast out of the social credit system, okay? Or is hurt, abused, you know what I'm saying, in any kind of way, all right? Seen and unseen. Or gets away. This is somebody, leaving out of a place or whatever. And there is no eyewitness to report just what happened to it, then the neighbor must take an oath that he had not stolen it. See, and that's why I'm saying this shit is, look at y'all. I just can't believe this in the Bible. Now that I'm reading this, I just can't believe it. No eyewitness to report just what. And it's funny that these people is only specialized in reading the Bible when it comes to stuff like this. They must have missed all the rest of the stuff. Or is hurt or gets away, and there is no eyewitness to report just what happened to it. Yeah, see, because this is about plot and plan, and this is about a lot of people working together to make sure that there is no evidence or there is no proof. There is no real proof. How you going to prove that somebody's recording you in your home? How you going to prove that people's tracking you? How you going to prove all these things? See, it's a very slick and sly Three of Pentacles kind of energy to me. Crafty counsel. They have taken up crafty counsel against certain people. All right. And the owner must accept his word, and no restitution shall be made for it. But if the animal or property has been stolen, the neighbor caring for it must repay the owner. If it is attacked by some wild animal, okay, it's making me think about savage energy here. He shall bring, or somebody that's not from the area but call themselves coming into the area and taking something. He shall bring the torn carcass to confirm the fact. This make me think about a video I just seen of some dead body. I was like, ugh, why is that there? A wild animal. So I don't know if this is making me think about a divine masculine that somebody did something to, maybe. And that these groups, again, I'm seeing there's a crazed feminine energy here, okay? That's mad about something here. And I saw, like I told y'all, I saw this energy already. And then I also was watching this one girl, and it's just something just was sent like a chill through my chest. It's like this girl has had some kind of contact. This girl is close. This girl is, like rampant. She's fucking crazy. She's a psycho, a stalker. Because I feel like some of this stuff, these people take, videos of you in your home doing whatever you're doing, and, they're selling it on some kind of market, or either, selling tickets to come see it, or, people just sitting around, what I'm saying, viewing this shit. That's a dangerous fucking thing. It's dangerous. And maybe these people didn't think that these people were going to do this with it when they allowed them to come in and watch, but somehow something happened. And shall not be required to make restitution. If a man borrows an animal or anything else from a neighbor, this is, again, trafficking energy to me, and it is injured or killed, again, this is trafficking, genital mutilation, what I'm saying, people cutting people off from communication, or, what I'm saying, from being a nation, and the owner is not there at the time, then the man who borrowed it must pay for it. But if the owner is there, he need not pay. And if it was rented, let's see. And if it was rented, let me see. Yeah, this making me think about my daughter moving recently because she thought that her landlord was coming in her place and stealing her underwear and shit. That's what I'm saying. It's just weird stuff going on here. But if the owner is there, he need not pay. And if it was rented, then he need not pay. I don't know why I'm seeing like prostitution or something. Ooh, this is what earlier what it was talking about making a wife into a daughter. And like I said, it seemed like maybe somebody is having people come in on these people and use this equipment that was left behind by the government, by the United States corporation, in order to, these night goggle vision goggles and all this other shit, these list of names of certain people, so that they can, like I said, this has something to do with that meta, whatever. It has something to do with virtual something here, something kind of crazy here that's just gotten the fuck out of hand. It may not have always been used for that, but I feel like somehow it's been altered or manipulated, and that's what people are using it for. And they don't have to pay. Like I said, I was saying something like this the other day about people doing work or just even doing some type of work. It feels like some people have jobs, you don't even know you have the job. You feel pressure when you're not doing it or something. And some people just do it naturally or out of love or just because they're doing it. But I feel like, again, this is like some kind of servitude that's being done right now. I'm hearing like working like a 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton in it. Mm. Yeah, so if the owner is there, he need not pay. So this would be like, pay for play or something, or like somebody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, passing off their daughters or their wives for some type of, something here. And if you're in an apartment, again, same thing, or something that's rented, or somebody could be rented. They could be renting out, feminine energy. Hmm. I see like madamship, like some of these feminine energies that's supposed to be mothers right now, where it says don't honor your mother. Well, not honor, but it says something about don't curse or whatever your mother and father. But if you find out that these type of rings are going on, you most likely damn well can. I can, because of this possible this possibility was included in the original rental fee. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, but this could also be also something like somebody, what do you call it when you have somebody come into your apartment and sublease? Okay. Or something like this. If a man seduces a girl who is not engaged to anyone and sleeps with her, he must pay the usual dowry. This is talking about prostitution here. Let me look at one thing. Not engaged. This made me think about something I seen on Facebook the other day. It looked like somebody was like, I'm thinking, why is all these nasty pictures showing up in my It's turned into MySpace or some shit over there. But why are these pictures of these naked girls and these girls showing off their bodies so much now? Very revealing in the stories. And there was one image of this girl, and she looked like she was somebody was doing something with her some kind of way, right? But when I looked at it, it looked like the girl was not even conscious though. Maybe this is why they're trying to get, because they don't want people like me to say this kind of stuff here, to pledge something as security for payment, to bind under pledge. Attract, meaning attract and accompany the attention of. Yeah, so just because somebody attracted to you, meaning they can come in, you know what I'm saying, on you or whatever. So I guess maybe even just when you just doing anything, when you watching television or something, you know what I'm saying? This means that you might be attracting that energy. Employ, secure for aid, employment, or use. Binding as by a pledge, meaning enter into combat or contest with. Promise to marry. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, this is sounding real strange to me. Real Twilight Zone. Hmm. Damn. This just went downhill from here. It really did. Mm. His neighbor's donkey, because donkey has to do with, I think, wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's making me think about high priestesses. It's also making me think about the Republican Party. And the ox is making me think about the Republican Party, and then the sheep are just the people in herd mentality. Any other animal for him, and okay, we already read that. If a man borrows an animal, yeah, this is like, oh, let me get old girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is what the fuck I see. From a neighbor and is injured and killed. Okay, so this might be even talking about teleport. Oh, this is whatever this is, I don't like it. It's just making me feel some kind of way in my chest. And to know that women are sitting here getting off on this. You know, them red dresses, to me, they seem like they dipped in blood. People that made sacrifices, maybe as madams in this kind of energy here. Yeah. The owner is not there, then the man who borrowed it must pay. But if the owner is there, he don't need to pay. Okay, we already read that. So again, it says if a man seduces a girl who is not engaged to anyone and sleeps with her, he must pay the usual dowry, except her as a wife. But if her father utterly refuses to let her marry him, then he shall pay the money anyway. Let me see. Property which a woman brings to her husband at marriage. A gift. So, okay, so the thing is, the reason why this has okay, I get it. The reason why the coming together of the divine masculine and feminine energy is not happening is because together they are the sole heirs, anointed, chosen by God to do this. This is why in the beginning, in this energy, when I was going through this awakening here, this is why it was sat down and said who's the who and what. It's almost like Enoch walking with God. What these people did was got together, distractions, sending in 7 of cups or whatever, distractions and all this other shit, while they were planning this whole takeover or whatever this is. This Ace of Wands is representing a staff to me. And then we got the star here. But I feel like instead of the engagement happening between the divine masculine and feminine, all these other people got in, you know, and scraps started getting given or whatever, and maybe they even convinced him to go against the divine feminine. But at the same time, I'm hearing if this world were mine. At the same time, it's just, I think it's all just messed up now, because I feel like some of these masculines got in with some of these feminines that wanted to get the empress back. The empire still belongs to the empress. So when I look at it like this, source don't have me running around doing this, going get that, grabbing this and that. It seems to me that at some point in time, soon, all this shit gonna be put to rest and the rightful people are gonna be put in place. So whatever they're doing here, I don't know. A modern legal use, a portion of the late husband's real property allowed to a widow for her life. Allowed to a widow for her life. So I don't know if it's just like if you want to take the portion of your dead husband's, like a king or whatever, or a god that might have died, and they left you all of this stuff here. Property allowed to a widow for her life. So, you know, it's almost like we'll give you the stuff, but you gotta die. One portion of natural gifts from late 14th century. But then again, it's natural. Again, natural gifts, even talking about, we can even be talking about like abundance and gifts of spiritual gifts, financial gain, land or whatever. But again, some of us got natural gifts, or were heightened. Our senses might have been heightened, or again, when it comes to this ascension, some type of growth. by a late husband passing, because then they'll go to the mountaintop, or they're going to join you, like in your mind's eye, or in your, you know what I'm saying, in that highest mountain as an ancestor to help you in this time. Yeah. But I feel like some people got together when they seen how much abundance that some of us had, and they decided to, you know what I'm saying, come up with a plan to get rid of some of us. And then some people may have came up with a plan to, you know what I'm saying, marry you. I think I want to marry you. But this may be why this threatening energy is here, because the masculine, you know what I'm saying, yeah, this is getting dangerous here, I feel, if it hadn't already. Money, goods, or estates which a woman brings to her husband in marriage. Okay, but it's funny if the woman brings this stuff in marriage, but then somebody, right? But somebody, but sorcery is used, and this person is turned against the wife and goes with another woman and takes her stuff and leaves her in the Five of Pentacles out in the cold. A dower. So this is Black Widow energy as well. To endow portions, marriage portions, to give. The two words are really the same. Okay. Or even maybe this stuff was brought to the family, and then the family is not really dowry in that sense where it was supposed to be given to the family. It seems like an exchange between a husband and a wife. But I think they made us think, over time, and again, people are going to do it differently, that this is something that was supposed to go to the family. So like in India and stuff like that, they have to give a whole bunch of gold. It seemed like, have y'all ever seen like that mail order bride or whatever, 90-day fiance or something, when they go there and they have to give all this stuff. But all they had to do was really go straight to the woman and do, free will let you go straight to the woman, get the woman, and go do whatever the hell you want to do. Over time, people have corrupted these things here in order to get something out of somebody. And I feel like this is what a lot of families here in America are doing. Yeah, it says the two words originally the same are differentiated in ordinary literal use, dower being the widow's life share of her husband's property, the dowry and the portion brought by the bride to her husband. But in poetic or other ornamental use, dower has often the sense of dowry either applied to figurative talents. To talents. Yeah. So again, this is going to be high priestesses. Those of us that have that particular something in our bloodline or have already been anointed by source. Well endowed, dowry. Okay. Payment for the use of property, time. Some of this has been a waste of time for some of us that are worth so much, but they don't really want that. They want something else. You know what I'm saying? Something that's not abundant, something that is shallow, something that is, flashy or something sometimes. And I just feel like that's sad. It's a dishonor and a disservice to, real women. Gives, offering, present, let him give, to give. Irish, a gift, endowment. Yeah. So it really doesn't say anything about giving it to the family. It's this dowry or a dowerer, okay? It's somebody that brings something with them, but it's saying that bring it into, let's see, let me just look at dowry real quick. Money, goods, or estates which a woman brings to her husband in marriage from Anglo, okay? Yeah, to endow. So again, well endowed. They're not looking for other women. They're looking at women that are well endowed, whether that be spiritual gifts or financial gain when it comes to land. And this is why, again, in my instance, this is why the two goats were, again, the ones that would have been of a selection here. It just was. Taking nothing less. And somebody wanted their cake and eat it too. And this is where the whole thing's about splitting the thing up into 4 portions, like the King of Cups here with the 4 apples. It don't work like that. That's somebody that want their cake and eat it too. All of the shit belong to the one person that is the Christ energy that is going to reign forever. Once that Christ energy comes. And if you want to say Jesus Christ energy, then it's that male and that female. There's only one emperor and empress. Like I said. And this has to do with people fighting for the title. But there is no competition. It's already been chosen. The people have already went through a very strenuous, a very distinctive something. They come from certain bloodlines or whatever. They've been activated by source, and that's who it is. You don't get to pick another one. So again, this is probably when the table is about to be fucking prepared at the end of the day. I'm just saying. This is like babysitting or something right now. These people were supposed to come together with that most high couple and help them build. Use their talents to help them build. But they decided to try to take pieces of the pie and split it up by themselves for whatever reason. And this would left people being attacked by other wild animals again, when we have all these people coming into the border, what do you think they're coming in here for? It's not about listen to me. It's more so about what's going on when it comes to some of these women and their gifts, their abundance, their whatever, the sweet potato pie. I'm just telling you. And don't nobody got to pay the father nothing. Whatever that person has and whatever that person has is what they bring in. Somebody turn this into something else. And regular, I ain't even gonna say the word. Regular folk ain't sitting here talking about no damn dowry and all this anyway. So let's just keep it real. This is not regular everyday talk that nobody is talking about in this day and age. People are using this as an advantage to get what they can get, to seek and see who they can devour. Okay? That's why the government was shut down, and why it was shut down. These people was definitely going into these offices, getting everything they need and doing everything like this. After that was done, the crime rate went up because these people are doing this shit. Period. And they went for those that the top first. And to bring you down real low and then smile in your face all the time they wanted to take your place. A sorceress shall be put to death. Well, I don't know. Well, this should be talking about some of these feminine energies that's running in these groups with these Taliban and these militias that's going around and doing stuff to other people because of their abundance and their wealth and their lineage. And because they can. Because they have free reign to go and smash and grab and do whatever they want to do. So again, let's keep on moving. And most of them are using this in order to put people in binding spells and to, you know what I'm saying, walk away from this situation. Most of these people are doing this to those of us that are elect. And so now, since you're calling it out, it's saying, oh, you must be put to death. But I'm just saying, these sorceresses, but how can you prove? You see what I'm saying? How can you prove who is doing sorcery? You see what I'm saying? It's impossible. So this makes no sense. But what they're going to say sorcery is what we do. Readers, oracles, seers, prophets. Those dealing with Gnosticism and other gifts. That's what they're going to call sorcery. I say sorcery is putting equipment in people's houses, though. Making stuff move in people's houses in the middle of the night. Telekinesis, telepathic, whatever all this shit is. If you're using it in a way to try to defile somebody. Now, you can't help it if you got this gift and you connecting with people and you learning something, or you growing and you doing all these and you healing or whatever from the communication or whatever that you're having. But when you're using it in order to take from somebody, and you've made this some kind of job or something that you do. Yeah. Anyone having sexual relations with an animal shall certainly be executed. Okay. So I don't know who. Well, animals are people. So I guess you can't have these relationships with people. But this make me think that it's talking about regular, everyday people, commoners, peasants, and servants. It's talking about these people should be only going having crafty counsel with different nations and governments and leaders. They should not be having these kind of relations with other people like them. They really are having these kind of things going on behind the scenes with different, governing forces. Let's look at sorceress. And then this is it's a little bit more here and we'll be done. This threw me off and it kind of pissed me off. Conjure of evil spirits. Yeah, because this is what they sending on some of y'all in the middle of the night. A teller of fortunes by lot. Let's stop right there. A teller of fortunes by lot. Now, what is a lot or a plot of land? A teller of fortunes. Now, what is a fortune? A teller of fortune is someone, let's see. Because they want to make you think that that's some of you readers, right? When they use some of you in order to get some of this information. Let's see. I want to see what fortune is. The superfluous, okay. Perhaps back formula of sorcery. Okay, let's see. Sorcery. Oh, fortune. That's what I was going to look at. Okay, sorcerer. A conjurer of evil spirits. Well, I don't do that at all. So let's see, a fortune. Because this would make me think of somebody that's telling people, hey, you should go get this because there's bedelium in all this and that in that land. So let's see. Pirate energy. A fort. Fortune. Treasures. Fort. So yeah. This is why they made these forts in the first place. To spy. This is plotting and planning. Same thing that we just talked about. Fortune. To steal something or take something from a neighbor. Fortune, chance, luck. As a force in human affairs. So I don't know. This might be somebody like, let's see, a chance, luck as for a force in human affairs. So, okay, force. I don't know, like forcing someone to do something or something like this. Misfortune, chance, fate, good luck. To carry. Let's see, to bear children. Oh. Yeah, so again, some of this shit right here now. Seeding. The load to carry, to the chance, the luck, that which is brought. That which is brought. Owned wealth. One's condition or standing in life. A sense of one's condition or standing in life. So to take someone's fortune. So this is sexual relations. That's where we started at. Anyone having sexual relations with an animal shall certainly be executed. Okay, this is talking about somebody that is having, with black people. With commoners, peasants, and servants. Maybe even some of this technology, these millions of dollars worth of technology that was left. Soldiers of fortune that was left by the government behind enemy lines with the people, and that information, that stuff was used against the people. Then who are the real fucking domestic terrorists? And they want to persecute you, fortune tellers, which is not even the same thing as what we're doing here. We're not telling you of anything fortunate when it comes to like goods or something like that. Most of these readers that's talking about twin flames are talking about relationships. We share information. We are in the biblical text here. We're not concerned about what land you're going to get and what's all up under that land, and that you can find all kind of gold and all this other shit and oil and everything like that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying nobody shouldn't. I'm just saying that that's just not what we do. That's not what I've ever done on here. Because I'm more for the people than the resources. Because when you start talking about the land and resources, that's all you want to talk about, more than likely, right? And a little bit of gossip or whatever here and there. Then again, you're one of these people that, again, came in and wanted to take over the land and the resources. It just so happens that these people had a piece of paper in their hand that say that they can do so. Wealth, large estates, okay? Position as determined by wealth. Often personified as a goddess. Yeah, that's why I said you are the fortune. Her will betokens this, vicissitude. I don't know what that is, okay? Yeah, because again, I feel like at some point in time, these soldiers or people were fighting had first pick. Generals, what's the other general called? I can't remember. But I feel like these men was probably tricked, and they was given some other kind of energies, and they were supposed to really be given certain people, and some of these other leaders and stuff like that kept some of these people to themselves, or stole them, or hid them, or whatever. A load to carry. Yeah. Luck, chance. Yeah. So again, bear children. All right. Yeah. Sexual relations, sorcerers shall be put to spell. But I feel like the sorcerers is the people that's putting casting spells on people, doing blood magic, sex magic, succubus energies, astral projecting, all these things like this. I feel like that's the real sorcery. And unfortunately, it's not the regular everyday people that's pulling tarot cards, because again, the tarot is in the Torah and the Torah is in the tarot. So that's not even sorcery. But that to get an easy way out, what I'm saying, once they're done using you for your Akashic, and once using with some of these groups, then, that's what they'll call it. Okay, the phone is about to die. I'm sorry. I apologize that this took so long, but I really had to stop and get into this real quick. I really wanted to know what we're talking about. And it's trafficking. And taking your neighbor's property. That's basically what a land patent is. So I don't understand. It's taking somebody's property. Ordained by the government that had these people come in to take other people's ancestors' property. Anyone sacrificing to another god with a little g. All right. So this is basically saying that gods with little g's, people are sacrificing. So they're sacrificing to idols. First of all. Any sacrificing to any other god than Jehovah shall be executed. So who is Jehovah? What is that energy? And again, if there's only one God, why is it saying here anyone sacrificing to any other god? Jehovah, what it's saying is this top most high God here, possibly. But this little g God means that there are particular gods walking this plane right now. It's like I heard somebody got the juice or something, right? Anyone sacrificing to any other god than Jehovah. Yeah, this makes me think again about these idols, these women that had a lot of knowledge in some of these things, like I said, genealogy and others, and they actually could be using groups and militia and men and other groups to come in and do these things and kill or take or, give eviction notices, whatever they're doing. And it's saying anybody besides this Jehovah energy, because there's going to be one Christ energy. There's going to be, these people are going to reign with them. They didn't say to reign on them or go against the Christ or Jesus or that energy that was going to be coming. And I feel like this has happened to the masculine and feminine, and whatever they're doing is piling it up. They might even be piling stuff up in people's names. You know what I'm saying? In order to, get you to take the fall as a scapegoat. You must not oppress a stranger in any way. Remember, You yourselves, hold on, let's see who it's talking about here. Well, it's not really being specific. Let's keep going. Excuse me. You may not oppress a stranger. So it's saying you. Okay. So I'm guessing this is still talking about anyone, anyone sacrificing to anyone that would be sacrificing to other gods. Okay. It says you must not. This is reminding me of Genesis 6. You must not oppress a stranger in any way. Remember, you yourselves were foreigners in the land of Egypt. This made me think about the Black Caucus for some reason. This is also making me think about, again, well, that would be somebody that's talking about these people that sacrifice. I don't really sacrifice to anybody, really, but besides the Jehovah energy. You must not exploit widows or orphans. If you do so in any way, and they cry to me for my help, I will surely give it. Okay. So again, this is making me think about some kind of energy, some kind of big dog, like a national leader or something like this here. But it's too late. They've already done this. Okay. All right. They've already done it. And so I don't know who the big dog is, because it must not be the government. It must not be the Biden administration, because they haven't done anything when we've been the Wailing Wall and the red heifer energy and the Ruach energy and wisdom has been screaming this out. I know they're watching. I know they've been listening. Right. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know what this whole thing with these separatist energy when it comes to Russia. This may have something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more. But then also this is making me think about the UK maybe showing support or something. But I feel like it's too late. Everybody is guilty. Everybody is guilty. It's like you're not welcome. And all of them are guilty. Even the ones that look like you with land patents. They're not welcome. And they're all guilty. And my anger shall flame out against you, and I will kill you with enemy armies. So this is why, again, some of us that feel like we are the chosen, we didn't really build. It was the people that was more about monetary, financial, materialistic gain that were able to build. Most of us had to go through these journeys here. It's a good thing we did, because when it's really time to reign, we'll be having some stand up, upright, righteous people to do it. And all of those that try to put you in slavery are going to go into slavery. And it should be immediately. They should be jailed. Funds should be cut off. You know what I'm saying? The fucking border should be put up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whatever somebody took, motherfuckers should be able to get it back. It makes no sense to me. Unless you're of those royal bloodlines. And I'm talking about like inheritance or wills and stuff that have been left over. I'm still just talking about that. Just with anybody. If you have a will or something like that left over, it should be left to you. It shouldn't be for somebody else to sneak in, see it there, and then because you don't know about it, take it. That's illegal still. I'm all about the Christ reigning forever. And I feel like that's what I went through this process in order to do. And so I don't know what nobody else is talking about at this point in time. The God energy, I feel, starts with the joining of the masculine and feminine. So all of this was a waste of time. Or maybe it's just in time. So again, kill somebody with enemy armies. This make me feel like what I was saying today about these people that are spying and, especially with some of these feminine energies that are acting like they're psychic and they're really just, sorcery could be television, something that's telling lies to your vision. It could be all this kind of stuff. It could be the media for playing games when it comes to some of these stories here. Okay, like the story that I shared the other day. I know it's an initial thing to traumatize or cause some kind of something for certain people that have eyes to see and ears to hear. So that's sorcery. I'm sorry. Filters are sorcery. I'm sorry. What? And I will kill you with enemies and armies, so that your wives will be widows, and your children fatherless. So this could be also spiritual death, or law, or a physical death. All right. And this is also making me think about people, like even a feminine energy again, maybe even masculine or androgynous, whatever you want to say, that is a jealous person, that is you know what I'm saying. I don't know why me and this energy is combative with each other, but this may be again representing that. This is making me think about, again, these are going to be people that's in elevated status here, that's jealous of the relationship between all the flowers in the garden. That's making me think about Alice in Wonderland. All the flowers in the garden, they're jealous of the fathers and their connection with these feminine energies. And that's just it. There's already been this spiritual connection between some of us and some of these energies that are here from childhood as angels or angelic beings that watch over. And now it's time where, people can pick flowers out of the garden now. And some of these feminine energies that have been in elevated statuses don't like that. Especially the ones of you that they didn't like in the first place because of your connection with some of these earthly masters or fathers, mothers, whatever. All right. So it says, if you lend money to a needy fellow Hebrew, you are not to handle the transaction in an orderly way with interest. If you take his clothes, oh, so this is somebody like just cash. Okay. If you take his clothing, which could be his last name or his, this could be his identity as a pledge of his repayments,